Well, if you are somebody who is always trying to improve yourself and trying to find ways which can really add value to your life, you definitely would have heard about journaling. So did I. So I have been on and off in this writing journey myself, but more seriously, towards the end of last year, I started writing every single day after getting inspired from one of my very dear friends who writes every single day no matter what. And also to make myself accountable, I made a YouTube video about it, and I also captured my journey for 10 days straight on my Instagram page. And the things I learned about myself were amazing. Now, you may have heard about journaling and writing, through social media or perhaps your friends and family, but trust me, unless you don't start doing it yourself, you're not really able to grasp the true meaning of it. And for those of you who would also like to see scientific reasoning behind the whole process of writing, there's a very famous psychologist called Dr. James Pennebaker, and he talks about the long-term effects, positive effects on our health and well-being if you write. There's also a very good video about it where the Dr. James talks about the writing process himself, and I'm going to link that video in the description and also on my screen, so you can also watch it for yourself. If you want to know who were the most famous people who used to write as well, you can find a lot of names, and to be honest, the list goes on. For example, Anne Frank, Mark Twain, also Charles Darwin, and in recent times, if you look at the YouTubers, Tim Ferriss, Ali Abdaal, a lot of people really look into writing into one of the things which really helps them to improve their lives. So let's dive straight into it to see what does that really mean, what are the things you need to write about, and how to really start the whole process. Stay tuned. Hi everybody, this is Dr. Samreen Ashraf. I'm a full-time academic in the UK, and I'm making these YouTube videos about the things that have really helped me through my journey, and I'm trying to share the same knowledge with you as well. Now, we were talking about writing. First question which I get, and actually when I did that challenge back in last year in December, when I started writing, some of my friends also said to me, well, you know what, I really would like to write, but I don't know what to write about. And that's one of the most recurring questions we get all the time, and people don't really know what to write. And to be honest, that's the first thing we need to understand before making writing our habit in every day. So first of all, let's try and understand the reason behind writing. I'll tell you mine. If you look at my computer or my laptop, where I work, you'll see these hundreds of tabs open at the same time. And I like to think about my brain in the same manner. So if you are like me, perhaps, writing would help you to clarify your mind and also to streamline your ideas. On the other hand, if you would like to write about something which is really bothering you or a challenge, it could be personal or professional, writing can really help you to overcome that challenge. Now, you may ask, how can writing help you to overcome that challenge? Well, it would help you to understand the reasons behind your feelings and why you're really feeling that way towards that challenge and what is really stopping you to overcome it. So writing is a journey which helps us to understand which way is going our way and perhaps which way might not be going our way. So before making writing as a habit in our daily lives, let's look into what kind of different things you can write about. And that could be different things. So what I've done, I've put writing into different categories. And I'm going to talk about each category one by one. And for you, it will be really helpful for you to understand what kind of writing do you require in various situations of yours right now. So first of all, you can write daily about setting goals, and that can be done in many ways. You can keep a diary, you can have your calendar, but you can simply just write every day about what kind of goals are you setting for yourself. That could be, I want to get a part-time job. That could be about acquiring new skill. That could be about, spending more time with your friends or family. So basically, this first kind of writing technique does really help you to manage your time well. And trust me, if you know how to manage your time well, you have won the half battle. You see my point? It's all about understanding the why of writing. Second type of writing could be about seeking clarity. And here my example fits in really well because I have so many things in my head that sometimes it really becomes difficult for me to be clear about my ideas or my thoughts. And so for me, writing really helps me to improve my efficiency and to bring in more clarity. Imagine if you exactly know what you're thinking right now, and if you exactly know what to do as a result of that thinking, so the job is done. So in order to seek clarity, write every single day to see what's happening in your mind, what are you thinking, and what are those ideas which you would like to take forward. Now, a disclaimer, it would not happen on day one. So don't start writing on day one and then come back to me on day two to say, Samreen, this has not really worked for me. This happens with practice. And when I started writing back in last year, it took me some time to see the benefits of writing. So slowly and gradually, it would come to you. But of course, for that, you have to have patience. The third kind of writing is about navigating challenges. Now, we all face challenges every single day, some big, some small, in our personal lives, our professional lives. But what really makes a difference to those of us who understands how to navigate our way and how to solve that problem. And how would that happen? That happens if you're able to understand our response and our reaction to that challenge. So for example, if I am in a difficult situation, I need to know how to tackle that. And how would I know that? If I know my own abilities. And writing really helps you to learn that about yourself. So for example, if you just want to write about challenges, think about what was the challenge you faced last time? How did you tackle it? What you could have done better to improve it, and perhaps if you face the same challenge going forward, would you have a different technique or would you follow a different approach? So ask all these questions to yourself and write about that in your diary on a daily basis so that you can improve yourself and you can also improve the way you tackle with those challenges. The fourth one is gratitude journal. It's one of my favorite journal, and it really helps us to regulate our moods. When I say be grateful, sometimes I hear people saying, oh, what should I be grateful for? Nothing is going my way, and whatever I try to do, I'm not able to achieve that. But the bottom line is, if we want to be grateful, there are hundreds and thousands of things around us every single day for which we can be grateful. To begin with, we are waking up every single day. What more we need to be grateful for? We are breathing okay, most of us. We have a roof on our head. We have food which we can eat, and I can go on and on. And trust me, the more you feel grateful for towards things, towards people around you, towards your situations, you would ultimately start to see the positive effect of that. And actually, there's a very interesting effect called the awe effect. When you see things, when you see something beautiful, or when a loved ones send you a message and you say, oh. So that effect really has a science behind it, and it has proven to decrease signs of inflammation. It has proven to improve your mood and so on and so forth. So being grateful doesn't have to be about the massive and big things in life, but it's about the smallest things you can find out to be grateful for. And every single day, if you want to write about being grateful, just pick 3 things which happened today and for which you are grateful for. And again, these doesn't have to be very big things. For me, for example, the other day I was going and I entered this building, and the minute I entered, the elevator opened, and I was super grateful for the fact that I didn't have to wait for the elevator. Or the same thing for the bus or for the taxi. So it's all about just having that perspective where you really want to be grateful for something, and it doesn't matter how big or small that thing was. And finally, reflect about your life. And that's also the final technique of writing. So reflect about every single day. When you wake up in the morning, if it works for you, personally for me, morning works better. So when you wake up in the morning, just take your diary, a copy, your smart device, however you write, and reflect about how was the day yesterday. The things which went well, the things perhaps might not went well, how did you react to certain situations, what you could have done better perhaps, and anything and everything. Just write and reflect about it, because reflection, again, this is proven fact that reflecting on our days can really help to improve our mental well-being. And it's all about knowing ourselves and knowing our abilities, skills, moods, emotions, and so on and so forth. So if you're able to understand ourselves better, imagine how much value we can add to others' lives, and most importantly, to our life. I hope this video was helpful. Don't forget to let me know in the comment section which kind of writing would you like to include in your routine and why. Until next video, take care. Bye.